Hey gang, this is going to be a quick one in response to a couple of questions I've had about my process for making videos. Someone saw Adam Savage's tested video the other day about his videography setup and wanted to know what I use. And I've explained this a number of times, but my setup is laughable. I've kept it as simple as I possibly could, and my shop is not set up as a studio. Got a dirty blank wall with a bench in front of it, and you never see me. That's because, in my mind, the videos are sort of a byproduct. The repair is the thing, and I'm just sort of taking you along for the ride. So the shop itself is pretty tiny. It's around 9 feet by 12. And people keep asking if I'll do a shop tour. I will one of these days, assuming I get a chance to, pick things up a little bit. And I'd need a day off for that. And I haven't had one of those in a very, very long time. I'm averaging about 55 hours a week in terms of work. And the video editing comes after that. That's not insubstantial too. Like a 20-minute video, I can have upwards of 80 separate shots that need to be edited together. That's me moving the camera around, figuring out what I'm going to say, probably doing a few dry runs because I tend to trip over my words a lot. And it all takes place in this little dark underground hole, complete with spiders. This is a 130-year-old house that was basement area here has got low ceilings and was dug out by people much shorter than me. I'm around 6'4" in boots, and I've got framed-in ductwork here upon which I could perform self-trepanation if I wasn't careful. And it's loaded up with the kind of junk that guitar repair people have to keep on hand. Guitar builders can have those really monastic, nice, neat, orderly shops. They're kind of minimalist sometimes. It doesn't work if you're fixing guitars, because if you throw something out today, you're going to need it next week. So we end up being pack rats. It's not what I prefer, but so it's not ideal either. But I'm used to working it. It's my little submarine. I can sort of stretch from one side to the other with my arms. And this is why I don't have visitors either. People who want to be an intern, there's not room for two people working here at the same time because I take up all the floor space. For my camera right now, I'm using a Panasonic DMC, I think it's a ZS60. It's a simple camera. I use the internal mic because I can't be bothered setting up externals. I move it around constantly and it just gets in the way. And the tripod, I've learned, is such an integral part of the way I film. This particular very inexpensive, lightweight style, it's got the telescopic legs on it. And there's no central pivot post, no catches on the legs either. I can shift heights without opening and closing those latches, which I find take a lot of time. And, so not having them tied together down here with the braces, there's no obstructions. So I can straddle all the little obstacles in this very small working space. That's huge for me. I broke this thing last week filming a video. And I tried to carry on, but, using my more traditional robust tripod, and I just couldn't do it. I had to stop because, I found myself, it slowed me down moving it around, and it became really sort of intrusive. I had to think about what I was doing. So I stopped, managed to put a screw through the thing that was broken, and it gave me pause. I immediately went out looking for another one online. This particular model, which was an Optex, had been discontinued. I found another one that's very similar. Like they're $20, but I'm probably going to, go and buy another one too. So I'll have at least two spares because it's that important to the way I work. My lighting scheme, it's all ambient. Got a couple of these LED things on the ceiling and what looks like a kitchen fixture right where my head should be. These things are held at odd angles, which is a trick I learned from Matthias Wandel here on YouTube, hopefully to cut down on cast shadows. And of course, I've got my venerable old angle poise lamp, which this happened to the other day. After many, many repairs on the fly, I'm currently researching to find a new one. So you see, I don't have a whole lot of bench space here, and then I'm adding filming into it. So I use the nice cushy towels to protect the instrument. I like them better than carpeting because I can launder them once a week. With carpet, if you get glue on it, it just becomes like sandpaper. And the next thing you lay on top gets scratched up. So I try and keep edge tools off the towel. And I try to be pretty disciplined about that. The other thing is I try not to reach for stuff over top of the body of the guitar. Like I don't ever want anything to fall on top of it. So that's one of the reasons most of my tools are in drawers below the bench, which isn't the most efficient for finding stuff. It looks really great to have your tools nicely arranged on the wall in front of you, sort of as a backdrop for filming, but I can't take the chance of having something fall on top of the guitar. So, I mean, the same thing goes for the camera. I mean, its placement, my awareness of it, double checking the balance, it's all become very internalized. Like I don't even have to think about it. I just, do it. I know what's safe now. So this is the setup. I'm coming up on about 50,000 followers here, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Still surprises the heck out of me that this many people are interested in what I'm doing. When I started this, I thought it was just going to be me talking to maybe 50 other repair people, and now it's all this. And somehow I managed to do it without ever once saying, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified each and every time I release new content for your viewing pleasure. I do my best to keep the ads under control. I try not to have them run in the middle of the videos because that annoys me too. They make it difficult. They've changed it so that you have to upload the video first before you can go back and manually turn that off. Sometimes I forget. I do need to have a few ads just because it takes an awful long time to produce these videos. I invest quite a bit of myself into them. I've had people ask if I have a Patreon or if I'm thinking about making one. I've resisted that. I don't like the idea of paywalls, and I really don't have time to make premium content for subscribers beyond this, beyond the one video a week I'm producing. I film about 20% of what I actually repair. I might make one and just have it be like, so you could buy me a coffee or chip in for my new angle poist lamp or something. Or maybe have it access for questions, because that's one thing I have to address. I've mentioned it before, but I get hit with a huge volume of messages and emails from people who want to pick my brain, like sometimes 40 or 50 a day. And these aren't intending to hire me for services. It's just that they want to ask questions. And if I spend 2 minutes on each one, that's an extra hour and a half that I just don't have. There just isn't time. So, if you get a terse or short answer from me, it's not that I'm trying to be rude. I don't hate you or your guitar. Just recognize that there's this huge pipeline of questions coming my way, and I just kind of snag them as I can. I'm thinking about making some merch. I made some stickers up the other day, and I have some ideas for like hats and t-shirts and that kind of thing. I'm not sure if that would interest anybody. Just floating it. And one other thing, for the Americans out there who want to ship me guitars, I've said it before, I'm getting about 10 requests a day. I've actually had to come up with a form email that will explain the expense and logistics involved with going international for your guitar repair. And I can't keep up with the demand, Where I live, there's about 4 million people within 50 miles of me. And I'm actually having to turn away local players because I just can't get to all of the jobs. So, and that makes me feel kind of bad. America has more great guitar repair shops than the rest of the world combined. And beyond that, I'm not that special. I keep telling people that I'm not even the best repair guy in my postal code. And that's true. I try hard. I hope I'm competent. And at this point, I think I've got a handle on how to tell the story of a repair in a way that's reasonably entertaining. But, there are a lot of good guitar repair people out there, and you can find one near you in your state. Unless you're in Texas, New Mexico, or Arizona. For some reason, I get more requests from the Southwest than anywhere else. So if you're a guitar guy in America, you're hard up for business, move yourself to Texas, because they need you down there, apparently. But anyway, keep digging, ask around, ask local players. You're going to find someone who can fix your guitar. If you're American, it's probably not going to be me. Okay, this has gone long enough. I got to do a neck reset. You'll see that in a week or so. Have a good one. Stay safe. Look after each other. Combat misinformation. Take her easy.